Hey everybody, Lou from TSSZ back on the show floor at PAX East 2018, and right now we're here with Andrew from Uppercut Games talking about City of Brass. Andrew, thanks for taking some time this afternoon. Can you tell our readers and viewers about City of Brass?
City of Brass, it's an Arabian Nights inspired action-adventure game. You have to try to fight your way into this metropolis that's been taken over by a curse put on there by a genie. So you have to fight your way into the center of the city, past a whole bunch of ghouls, through a whole bunch of traps, and try to get to the center and break the curse and let everybody out. Yep.
And there are a whole lot of traps, trust me. So the Arabian Nights setting is kind of a unique one for the game. Why that setting specifically?
One of the developers, who's the creative director, was reading the 1001 Nights with his daughter, and he came across the fable of the City of Brass, which we drew inspiration from. And it literally had the city and the people in it who basically got too greedy and walled themselves up. And the curse, that whole story structure just fitted a roguelike game where you were stuck there forever and you had to keep playing and keep coming back. So yeah, we took inspiration from that, and then it let us do a lot of things with the art that other than Assassin's Creed and obviously Prince of Persia, it's not a very well used aesthetic, I don't think.
Yeah, so given the sort of uniqueness of the setting, can you talk a little bit about the design, especially the visual design, and how that came together?
We took a lot of inspiration from, there's actually a bunch of old, I think there are 18th century painters who went out to the east and did lots of English and French painters, and we looked at a lot of their work, and it's very sort of an idealized version of that time, and a lot of architecture, so I took a lot of inspiration from that.
That's very cool. Now the gameplay is primarily based around using a whip, along with the sword and the upgradable weapons that you use. Can you talk a little bit about designing the game with the whip in mind and how that sort of factors into how you play it?
We first put the whip in, just the basics of stunning an enemy and tripping them, that was fun, but then we realized once the whip was there, it needed to do more. It needed to be the tool you use to basically interact with the world. You can trigger the traps, you can pick up objects that are from afar. And it's a lot of balance that required. You'll find there was a bit of a delay there when you use it, so it created a timing sort of a rhythm that you get into playing with those two things.
Like I said before, there's a lot of traps, there's a lot of things you have to watch out for as you navigate through these environments. Can you talk a little bit about trying to strike the right balance between having those sort of traps and surprises be just that, surprising, without being overly difficult or frustrating for the player?
Yeah, when we first put them in, they were just everywhere, and you can't just have something that's constantly there all over the place, so we had to start making rules so you could have a trap only in front of a doorway so people could learn, oh, there's a door there, I'll be cautious because there might be a trap there, and give people cues you can learn so you're not sort of randomly being surprised. And then we also have systems in the game, so if those traps are really frustrating you can turn them down. You can sort of change the difficulty settings to the way you want to play.
And finally, where can we play it and when's it coming out?
On the 4th of May, it'll be out, May the 4th, and it'll be out on Xbox One, PS4, and full release on Steam.
Alrighty, City of Brass, everybody. Keep it tuned here to TSSZ for more from PAX East all weekend long.